today's mindful moment, packed with insights but designed to fit into your busy life. One deep dive at a time. Okay, so, everyone's saying it right. AI is going to take our jobs.
Mm.
But what if that's not the whole picture? What if instead of, AI taking over, it's more like AI teaming up with us
Yeah,
to help us do things even better?
totally. And that's basically the main idea in Ethan Mollick's book, Co-Intelligence, Living and Working with AI.
Right.
So today we're going to break down the most important ideas from the book
Okay.
and figure out what this whole working with AI thing really means for you.
I like it.
It's like your cheat sheet for this crazy new world.
Exactly.
Mollick, he's really clear about when things started to change.
Oh, yeah. When was that?
November 2022, ChatGPT enters the scene.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just another software update or anything. It
Right.
was like a whole new way of you and technology connecting.
I remember that, I think everyone does, right? It was a big deal.
Huge.
Wow.
And co-intelligence is the perfect word for it.
Yeah. Explain that a little more.
So it's basically you and AI working together, right?
Yep.
Each of you brings something different to the table.
Right.
And the results you get, way beyond what you could do solo.
So it's not just about AI, automating stuff and taking over.
Yeah.
It's more about AI making you think better, solve problems in new ways.
Exactly. And he connects this to other big tech revolutions,
Oh, like what?
like the steam engine or the internet.
Oh, right.
He puts AI in that same category, those game-changing technologies.
Okay.
But there's a really key difference here.
What is it?
The steam engine, that was about physical work, right?
Mhm.
And the internet changed how we get information.
Yeah.
But AI, it directly boosts your ability to think, be creative, and solve problems.
So working on our brains almost.
Yeah, kind of, and we're already seeing the impact.
Oh, yeah.
Mollick talks about studies showing productivity jumps 20 to 80% in fields using AI.
Wow, that's huge.
Right. That's a massive win for people and companies.
But I think it's easy to get carried away and think AI is perfect, all-knowing and all that.
Yeah, not quite.
But it's not like that.
Definitely not. And that's where the idea of the Jagged Frontier comes in.
Okay.
This is really important for you because AI, it's good at some things, but not so much at others.
So it's kind of uneven.
Exactly, amazing at data and writing,
Right.
but then basic common sense or understanding emotions, not so much.
It's like AI could write you a super detailed report,
Yeah,
but then totally misinterpret a simple question you ask it
exactly.
because of the context or something.
Precisely. So you see why you're still super important in all of this.
Right. It's not like AI just takes over.
Yep.
It's more like we work together.
Exactly. And your human skills, they fill in those gaps where AI struggles.
I like that. And Mollick has some tips.
Yeah. He gives 4 rules for making this collaboration really work.
Okay, let's hear them.
All right, so rule number 1, always involve AI in problem solving.
Okay. Even if I think I already have the answer.
Even then, because AI can show you things you might miss, like new angles, hidden patterns in the data, or different approaches you wouldn't have thought of.
Makes sense.
It's all about using its power to boost your own problem-solving skills.
Okay, so always bring AI to the party, even if you think you don't need it.
Exactly. Now, rule number 2.
Right.
Be the human in the loop, meaning you're in charge.
Overseeing everything.
Yep, remember that jagged frontier?
Mm-hmm.
AI makes mistakes sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It can be biased or even make stuff up that sounds real but isn't.
Like those hallucinations we hear about.
Exactly. So your judgment, your critical thinking, and your ethics, those are key.
To make sure the AI is on track.
Yeah, accurate, fair, and doing what you want it to do.
Okay, makes sense. What's rule number 3?
This one's interesting. Treat AI like a person,
Okay,
but clearly define its role.
so I'm talking to a coworker.
Kind of Mollick says, this helps you communicate better with AI.
Okay.
Be clearer in your instructions and really understand what it can and can't do for you.
But it's important to be specific, right?
Totally. Is it your research assistant for a project? A brainstorming buddy? A writing tool to get you started?
Right, so define the job.
Exactly. Clear expectations from you make for way better teamwork. And, as you're figuring all this out,
Yeah.
you might want to check out Mindful Moments podcasts on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
They do AI audiobook analysis, which could be super helpful.
Good tip. Okay, so we've got 3 rules. What's the last one?
This one's about mindset. Assume the AI you're using now is the dumbest it'll ever be.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
Right. because things are changing so fast.
Yeah.
What's amazing today will be like basic tomorrow.
Right.
So this rule, it keeps you learning and adapting.
So never stop learning, basically.
Exactly. Okay, so big picture, what are the key takeaways from co-intelligence?
Yeah. What should people really remember?
The main thing is AI is your partner, not your replacement.
Okay.
It helps you do what you already do, but better.
Makes sense.
And because AI has limits, like those hallucinations we talked about, you're still the boss. You have to keep an eye on things.
Right.
And to really thrive, you got to keep learning and experimenting with these AI tools.
This is all about staying ahead of the curve.
Exactly.
It's interesting Mollick himself has a background that kind of led him to these ideas.
You're right. He wasn't always a professor.
No.
He co-founded a startup back in the dot-com days.
Wow.
So he gets what it's like when technology shakes things up.
Yeah, he's been there.
And his own experience with ChatGPT shows that even tech-savvy people saw this as a huge shift.
Like a whole new ballgame.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it's a good starting point for your own AI journey.
So AI is changing fast, right?
Definitely.
So here's a question for everyone listening. How are your skills, your creativity, your critical thinking, the way you connect with people, how are those skills going to work with AI in the future?
It's a good question to think about and to learn more and keep up with all this.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe and share this with your friends. Everyone's figuring this out.
And there's a link below to buy Mollick's Co-Intelligence if you want to dive deeper.
Awesome. So as you explore all this co-intelligence stuff,
Mm-hmm.
remember, think critically, question things.
Yeah,
Your choices are going to shape how this all plays out.
they really will.
It's an exciting time.
It is.
All right, thanks for being here today.
My pleasure.